Hey, welcome to WARPED. My name is Justin. As always, I'm joined by my colleagues, Mike and Carl. Say hi, guys.
Hey guys.
This week we got one game to review, and that's Civilization Revolution. But before we get into our games, we did get an email from our first show that we did, which was the show in the club. So I'm going to take a minute, we'll read the email now. Maybe it has something important to say, I don't know. Anyway, it says, Justin, Warped wasn't too bad. You need to lose the MST3K, so Mystery Science Theater 3000, back at the head angle, and actually get some lighting. And one of the dudes was kind of dry, but it's better executed than I anticipated. That's from Jordan. So we lost the Mystery Science Theater 3000 gig.
Yes.
But I like this.
Yeah,
you know?
it's more of a person
to person,
yeah.
P2P.
Yeah, you get to see my face.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But you know what? I even thought, you know what? If I'm gonna do my show here, I'm gonna dress the part. You know, I see everybody wearing these suit jackets with just a regular ass shirt, so I thought, hey, maybe I can do it too. So here we are. So let's get into the game. Let's not waste any time with us jibber jabbing. We got Civilization Revolution on the Xbox 360. It's a platform game available for PS3 as well. Let's go ahead. Carl, tell me what the game's about.
So essentially, it's a turn-based strategy game. You go turn by turn, building your army, building your civilization, building your cities up. So you can. There's 4 ways to win in this game. There's domination, destroying all the other cultures. You have the ability to win by technology, building up your technology and launching a spaceship to Elf Centauri. You can win by economical, getting 20,000 gold pieces. You can also get up to win by cultural victory, where you get enough famous people and wonders in order to win through your culture.
So, Mike, what's your initial thought of this game?
I'm playing it right now.
Don't
talk to me. That's what I think of it.
All right,
It's
well,
good.
I think the game is actually pretty good too. What I liked about it is this easy pick up and play. It's one of those games you can just pick it up, right, and it has a tutorial in there. I didn't have to read the instruction book when I played this game. It looks like it's be a complicated game, like you'd have to read the instruction book, but I picked it up. You put it on easiest difficulty, and the tutorial tells you kind of what to do. And as you play through the game, you'll put it through a couple of playthroughs, and as you play, you're going to find that you learn things each time, which makes it a better experience overall. There's a lot of replay, I think.
Yeah, it was really easy to pick up. It's like asking you, it's like, do you already know how to play or not? And it's like, it has you that on every map you play. So that's really a good point for the game.
So let's talk about the gameplay in terms of the controls and the freedom of movement and everything like that.
I thought for a turn-based game on a platform, the controls were all right. I've seen worse.
Yeah. Mike, tell us about Sid Meier developing the game from the ground up.
Yeah, he basically developed this game actually for the ground up, specifically for the console in mind. So everything in it is designed for keeping in mind that you're actually using a controller to play the game instead of a keyboard and mouse like you normally would for this type of game.
Yeah, I found I didn't have to go into configuration. I didn't change the controller scheme at all. I found that it's very, very easy to learn, and the controls you can memorize right off the hop. The controls in this game I found were very, very simple, and it didn't take away from anything. It added to the game. And as you can see, pop-up menus come up that add for easy options throughout the entire gaming process.
I just found it was really easy to do. Even the harder difficulties, when you start out on Chieftain and you go up in difficulty to Warlord and King. I found that Warlord was harder than Chieftain, but not by a whole lot.
So it's fair?
You still had an advantage over the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just tried Chieftain.
I myself have gotten up to the King difficulty level right now. Yeah. Right now, best I could do is a timeout domination.
So it does have a lot of challenging
Yes.
aspects to the game. Difficulty goes up too. I don't know. I haven't tried the highest difficulty, but I heard it's insane.
Yeah.
I can imagine it would be deity.
You'd have to
Aptly
be.
named.
What about the graphics? What do you guys think? Mike, what do you think about the graphics?
What do I think about the graphics? Well, character models pretty good. Battles are actually cool because they actually act them out on the map itself down here.
I found that the graphics are they're very clean and crisp. There's not a lot of chop. The frame rate is very, very smooth, I found.
I thought the graphics were pretty good. They were, from what I wasn't really expecting a whole lot from this game. So when I noticed the graphics of it, it's like, yeah, they were all right for the type of game that it is.
Yeah, you're not going to get graphics like Command & Conquer or anything like that. We're not looking for absolute realism or anything, but the games are sweet enough that it's going to be very, very pleasing to the eyes.
Yeah.
Or, on an overall. The audio of the game, the sound, the music, what'd you think?
I actually don't notice the music. I don't
Yeah.
know, is there even any?
There is. You know what? The music is subtle in the game, therefore it's something that serves as background, and yeah, you don't notice it too much unless you're paying attention for it.
Yeah. The combat, when you initiate combat, you know, the sounds that you guys make and they're grunting and stuff and they're swinging their swords and you see
Yeah.
the metal on metal sound, and I was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, when they win the fight and they yell, yeah, and raise their swords and their swords clap. Yeah. So, final thoughts. If you were to give this game your rating from 1 out of 10, Mike, what do you give it?
This game, I'd give it an 8.
An 8?
I'd give it a 6.
A 6? Why? Now that's a low score.
It got repetitive after a while, so I wasn't really impressed with that.
You found that the repetitiveness was a deterrent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played like 5-6 games of it, and I'm like, well, it's the same as the last 5 games I played. Honestly, so.
I'm going to give the game an 8 also. The reason I give it an 8 is because of this playability, its fun factor, and the fact that it's a very relaxing game. I don't get stressed out when I play this game like if I were to play other games. Now we have to discuss the online multiplayer.
It was slow going.
4 hours later.
4 hours later, we did an online multiplayer game. What I did is I didn't set a time frame for the, what do you call it, for the turns. For the turns, I basically let it go until you ended your turn. But in the multiplayer, you can set the time limit. You can set it for a minute or 2 minutes or no time limit for your turn. So we had a slow game because of that, but you could also speed up your game by putting turns on. If you're playing with strangers, you might want to do that so they don't just take off and leave you hanging. Yeah. like happens so many times when you're playing a dungeon in World of Warcraft. So what else do you have to say about the multiplayer?
Other than that, it was pretty fun. We had a good time when we did it.
I'd just say that the multiplayer is basically the single player game without the AI involved, but you can still put them in there.
Yeah, we had a game with the AI, and also we had the human players, which is the 3 of us. So it does add that human element, that human strategy. You are playing with other people, but all in all, when you play it, it's no different feeling than playing just a regular single-player game.
Yeah.
So out of 1 to 10, what do you give it as far as multiplayer?
Multiplayer, I have to give an 8 as well, just because of how long the game can take.
Okay. What about you?
I'd actually give it a higher score. I'd give it an actual 7.5 because I found it more fun fighting against human players rather than actually just beating the crap out of the PC again.
I'm going to give it actually a 7. I think that when I play the multiplayer, it doesn't scream out to me anything different than what I've already been playing. If you play a FPS game, when you play multiplayer, you're playing on different maps with completely different scenarios. In this everything is the same, but there are people involved. There's no variation, so I give it a 7 just because it is challenging playing with a human player, but I can maybe get that same challenge with playing on a higher difficulty.
If you're not into this sort of game, rent it first, borrow it from someone, don't go out and buy it first.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I bought this game because I liked it. I don't normally play RTS games at all. These games frustrate me, but I played this game and I liked it so much that I did buy it. So it can make a fan. It can convert you if you're like me and you play first-person shooters all day or Mass Effect all day. So that's our episode for Warped. I'm Justin.
I'm Mike.
Carl.
We'll see you next time.